The views and opinions on this show are for entertainment purposes only. The only factual information is any story that has happened to AT2 or the parties involved. Other than that, go ahead and get you a drink, get you something to eat, just relax and enjoy the show. Let's have fun. All right, y'all, let's get real.
Erika know anything? Everybody wants to know.
Ready to go? We're ready to go.
All right.
All right.
Everybody just wants to know if she had any insight of what was
Why
going
don't you
on.
drop the camera? Okay? Do you hear me?
Mhm.
Okay.
He wants to answer the question.
No, he doesn't.
I think she does.
Let's go.
Thank you, Tom.
Now, why they let that old man answer that question? They know they wrong for setting them up, but we're going to go ahead and talk about it. But let's go ahead and hit y'all with the intro first. What's up, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of Talk the Real Deal with AT2. And of course, I'm your boy AT2. How everybody doing? How everybody living? How everybody feeling? What's up? Hashtag TTRD. For those of you who didn't know what that stands for, it stands for Talk the Real Deal. What's up, Larissa? Tom spilled the beans on Erika. He's mad she left him after the money dried up. Okay, so you think that he was talking. Thank you for using my emojis. I appreciate that. If you guys are wondering why I don't put it up on the screen, because it doesn't look right. It looks like that. So I hate that I hate that. But thank you, Raya. I appreciate that. What's up, Caroline? Larissa already said hi. What's up, London girl? Beautiful regret. We got, the cops. You know, I live in the ghetto. So remember, people, we are live. What's up, Elise? I see Mina up in the building as well, too. I seen Wendy earlier. I don't know if Wendy's still here. I know she's working right now. Stephanie, what's up, Stephanie? And also, you guys, I want to clarify, you don't have to be a member to still get content. I'm still going to give you guys content and stuff like that. It's just that I'm going to do something special for the people that's paying a little extra. So I don't want you guys to feel like I'm forcing you to get a membership or anything. No, you still going to get great content. I'm still going to terrorize these YouTube streets. Do not worry. You know what I mean? But anyway, what's up, Jay? Let's go ahead and get into it. So basically that clip that I played earlier was of Tom Girardi. They had caught him I don't know where it was. I'll be honest, I don't know where it was. But they had caught him and they're asking him, you know, how everything going. He gave them a thumbs up. And then the reporter had asked him, like, so did Erika know? Did she know? And my thing was that you could tell he was kind of like, and I can't play the whole thing because they'll copyright strike it, but he kind of tensed up and he was kind of like, he had this blank stare. And it was kind of triggering for me because if anybody knows when you have like that blank stare, and if you dealt with anybody that had like dementia or anything like that, and they get that stare and they kind of pause for a minute, you know they're trying to think about what you're saying. They're trying to process it. And so then the guy, whoever that guy was, he tried to step in, was like, ask Kramer, you know, blah, blah, blah. And then he goes like, yeah, I think so. You know, I think she knew. I think so. But the guy didn't clarify and say like, hey, you know, was Erika in it scamming the people with you? He didn't ask a certain question. It just really seemed that he was he just asked like, did she know? But you got to remember, before he was asking him, how did the how was the home, or the new facility that he's living at and stuff like that. So Tom probably thought that's what he was asking, not exactly were you scamming victims and stuff like that. He didn't ask a direct question. So I feel like this was almost a setup, because at first when I seen this in the morning, I was like, oh shoot, like this ain't looking good. But if you guys know anything, that really seemed like a setup question. What's up, Wendy Lynn? That really seemed like a setup question. You know what I mean? But let me ask you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and play the clip again. Put a 1 in the chat if you feel like this was a setup. Put a 2 in the chat if you think he was being honest.
Did Erika know anything? Everybody wants to know.
Ready to go? We're ready to go.
All right.
All right.
Everybody just wants to know if she had any insight of what was
Why
going
don't you
on.
drop the camera? Okay? Do you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He wants to answer the question.
No, he doesn't.
I think she does.
Let's go.
Thank you, Tom.
Okay, so I'm getting some mixed answers in there. Okay, let me read some of your comments. Erica's smart cookie probably didn't know the full story. Why ask when you're getting everything you want? Right. Okay, some of you put 2. Okay, 2. Okay. 1 and 2, Tom don't know. Ooh. So you think that he might not even be sick. He might even be faking that as well, too. That's an open question if you don't say someone name in it. Yeah, that's true. Larissa, he was thinking really hard. My grandma had dementia and she used to do that. Yeah, that's why it was alarming to me, because my grandma went through that as well. And so I was kind of thinking like, yo, he really didn't know, as far as what was going on, he really didn't know. Like it didn't register really to him. You can kind of tell he was like thinking about the question and was like, and he just he looked up. He had that stone face, like that. Like he heard the question, but he didn't really understand it. And then like he was all like, "Oh yeah, she knew. You know what I mean?" What's up, Shell? What's up, Liz? Liz, I see you too as well. So to me, it just didn't seem that was probably not the right question to ask, and that was not the direct question. I mean, the question was direct, but it was almost a setup, because they know this man is obviously not in his right mind, or like some people say, he could be acting. What's up, Kennedy? He could be acting. He could be acting like, oh, I don't know what's going on. Hey, if I owed over $100 million, trust me, I'm getting dementia. I know I'm going to hell for that. Hold on, y'all going to hell with me. Let me ask y'all. Okay, so if you was going to jail, would you fake having dementia? Put a 1 in the chat, yes. Put a 2 in the chat, no.
Monica, this is for you, baby. Miss Bojangles herself, allegedly. I know you're just an avatar, but baby, you fine as heck. Yeah, I know you're just an avatar, but baby girl, you wear real well, Monica. You are the finest, yeah. Baby girl, they pressed to find ya, yeah. You might be a Grand Theft Auto character, yeah. Monica, avatar. But baby girl, you fine as heck. Yeah, I know you just an avatar. But baby girl, you wear it well, Monica. You are the finest, yeah. Baby girl, they pressed to find ya.
All right, a lot of y'all said 1. I think everybody said 1. We going to hell. We going to hell together. But anyway, you guys, I wanted to go ahead and now go to the Erika part. Now, did Erika, did she have some kind of incline on what's going on? Like, did she know anything? Now that, I have to say, allegedly. Everything we're saying right now is alleged. Oh, hold on. I forgot to, y'all know I'm always begging for money. Hold on. Boom. If you'd like to donate $1 or $2, or you can super chat, all that good stuff. And then also, if you want to be notified of the next show, please text me at 510-600-6676. Again, 510-600-6676. That's the number right there. I'll give you 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, there we go. Okay, so back to the show. Now, whether Erika knew and she was trying to set this whole thing up so she can bounce at the end of the day, now that's a whole separate question. Now, do I think she had a heads up and she was like, oh, I'm getting the F out of here? Yes, I definitely do think that she had a heads up, because all of a sudden, 2 weeks later, all this stuff, all the cases and everything done piled up, and everybody looking for their money. So I feel that she was like, oh, I'm going to get the hell up out of here first. And then, whatever happens to you, hopefully I get off scot clean. But the thing is that she claimed that she didn't have any knowledge of the finances and stuff like that. To a certain extent, I can probably see, maybe she didn't know what was going on. But for the most part, something, something ain't right. You should have a round part number of when you're in a relationship. You should have a round part number of, the money that's coming into your home. You know what I mean? If you going on these elaborate trips and, you only make about $1 million a year, but you're living in a $30 million home, yeah, you're a millionaire technically, but something isn't adding up. Like, you should be able to do 2 + 2 = 4, but 2 + 2 = $100 million. That's where, stuff is getting jumbled up, and where we don't believe. Are they cutting grass out there? There's hardly any grass to cut. I don't believe her. She knows everything. Yeah. Okay, so a lot of y'all believe, and thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that, Elise. I definitely think that she did know. And a lot of people, when they're going through financial trouble, like, for example, y'all remember the MC Hammer story? He was worth all this money and then he lost it and stuff like that. MC Hammer actually didn't lose all his money. A lot of stuff he put in his wife's name. Let me say allegedly. A lot of stuff that he put in his wife's name, and that's how he was able to protect his money. So a lot of people do this. Like, they put, if they're the breadwinner, they'll put it in their spouse's name to kind of protect the money, because you don't want to show all your assets and stuff like that. If other celebs knew, I'm sure that, all right. And now it's this whole thing of like, who knew, who didn't know, who knew this. He financed her $20 million. Exactly. And that's a lot of money. So you telling me somebody give you $20 million, you don't know? You give me $1 and I notice it. You know what I mean? Shout out to Angel as well too, because she cashed out me this morning. But you give me $1, I know whether or not you gave me $1 or not. That whole amnesia, like, oh, I don't know what's going on, and only he would know what's going on with the money. Nah, homie, you know a little bit more than what you're giving. But we're definitely gonna do a full review. Like I said, I will do the reunion. It's just that this thing caught me this morning, and then the mistreatment of Garcelle, that really caught me, especially being a Black man, being a person of color. That really, I don't want to say like it mentally, messed me up or anything like that, but it kind of brings up those traumatic experiences. So for those of you who don't know, last night, Garcelle was trying to, quote unquote, had to open up. But basically by opening up, she had to cry and show vulnerability and all this stuff. So basically she gets called out by a few of the girls saying that she's not, being authentic. And like, when she says that she doesn't feel comfortable in the group or she doesn't feel accepted, they're questioning her like, oh, well, why do you feel that way? Why do you feel that way? Why do you feel that way? And they keep asking her why she feels that way, instead of asking the question, well, how can we help change that? Why do you feel like an outsider? So I was looking on Twitter and stuff like that. So I guess this has been a thing where people know. Yeah, I love Garcelle too. It's funny because, she was kind of like everybody's childhood crush. She was Fancy from the Jamie Foxx show. But anyway, So she was basically backed into the corner, like asking her why she feels this way and why she feel like an outsider. And I don't think it's necessarily all about race. And Garcelle even said that. What's up, Brittany? Garcelle said she didn't think it was all about race. What's up, Yvette Abby? She didn't feel like it was all about race. However, her being the only Black woman on the show, she sticks out. You know what I mean? I mean, when she first started the show, they characterized her as the first Black woman of Beverly Hills. So that's kind of like what she's there to be the Black girl. And I said this in a show where we were talking about race and stuff like that. And mind you guys, you don't have to windmill for me. If they want to call me the race guy, all you do is talk about race, I'm fine with that. I'd rather be the guy that talks about race than be the ignorant guy. So I think I'm winning. But anyway, let me read some of your comments real quick. When she's quiet, she's not authentic, but when she's loud, she's the angry. Exactly. Yeah, she does, and that's the thing. The Dorit girl is all like, "Oh, you're not honest. You don't say things in front of my face, and you just make little jabs." Well, it seems like everybody on the show tells the Dorito chip. I don't even like calling her by her name. The Dorito chick, the girl with the fake accent. They've been telling her all the time, like, "Yo, you talk too much. You talk too much." But she says Garcelle says little jabs and stuff like that. But if she told you to shut the F up, she would be looked at as the bad guy. She told you to shut the F up. But the other ones tell you to shut the F up and, you don't have anything to say to it. So it's just crazy how they're creating Garcelle to be the bad guy. And like I said, I don't think necessarily it's all about race, but I feel that they're in jeopardy of their job. The way it's looking is that the Sutton girl, who's the newer housewife, but she was on the last season as a friend, and Garcelle are the good guys, and they're the fan favorites of the show. The other ones are not really like the fan favorites. They're like they're called the mean girls and stuff like that. See, you got to go on Twitter and see all this, but they're called like the mean girls and stuff like that, right? So with them being the mean girls, they already have their own kind of thing, their own kind of flow, their own kind of system going. And so they know if this group gets broken up, somebody's getting fired in that crew. Everybody want Erika to go because she was scamming the victims allegedly. But, someone in that crew is leaving if you have the other two fan favorites that are not in that little crew right there. So they're being very defensive, and they're all like, okay, we got to create an issue with Garcelle so she looks like the outsider, and then she gets the boot. That's basically what it is. You know what I mean? Right. Those white mean girls needed a dose of reality. Right. Yes, AT2, they're called the Fox Force 5. That's what they're called. She comes off defensive. Yep. Garcelle did say that she thought there were two groups. Yeah, and everybody sees it too. If you guys watch the show, I'm gonna catch up to your comments, but if you guys watch the show, do you feel like there's like two different groups? There's the Garcelle and Sutton, and then there's the other girls. Do you guys feel that way? Go ahead and let me know in the chat, and I'm gonna catch up to some of your comments. I'm sorry for missing them. Right. What's up, Gina? I don't know if I said hi to you earlier, but yes, you guys are bringing up some good points. I do appreciate that. Hey, Natasha. But I definitely feel like there is like two different groups, and then it's just unfortunate that the Black woman isn't in the popular group. But that speaks to the Black experience, and also people of color. They feel like they're the outsider, and they feel like they don't belong. And if we're in a group with, and we're the only person of color, and there is the Crystal Girl. I haven't got into that yet, but there is the Crystal Girl there. But the Crystal Girl, she was just quiet the whole time. And I don't know if they edit out her parts. You know, they do that in reality shows, but she was just quiet and she didn't add anything to the situation. So it's kind of like, okay, well, if you didn't add anything, yeah, you're just going to get grouped in this group with them. You know what I mean? Um, but she, you know, if Garcelle is telling you that she feels uncomfortable or she doesn't feel like she belongs in this group, then it is just what it is, and you just change your behavior and ask her how you can make it better. You know, how can I change it, and how can I you know, how can I make you feel uncomfortable, you know? And Garcelle, you know, asked the right questions, like, have you guys ever thought about it? And then I think it was Kyle who was sitting next to her. Kyle was all like, oh, well, I thought about it, I just haven't said it out loud. And it's all like, okay, well, you know, if you don't say anything, how am I supposed to know? And here's another thing, because I don't think Garcelle is uncomfortable with them because they're white. You know, that's definitely not what it is. She doesn't feel that she's uncomfortable with them because they're white. Because we have to remember, Garcelle's ex-husband is white. So she knows how to I hate saying this word, but assimilate to, you know, the culture and stuff like that. She knows how to assimilate, and she knows how to be around white people. And I'm pretty sure she has worked around a lot of white people. So she knows how to act accordingly and stuff like that. So it's not like it's foreign to her. It's just that these girls in particular wanted to see her cry, her to break down in order to feel like, oh, she's opening up to us. But she's always been open. No one as a fan of the show sees Garcelle as not being vulnerable and not opening up. Everybody sees her as, yo, she's the one asking the right questions. She's the one being the most authentic. And she's the one really, you know, bringing the heat, bringing the energy to the show. Because if you just have a whole bunch of people that all like each other, that's a boring ass show. You know what I mean? What's up, Sephora? I see you too. Well, we all know they would target Sutton and Garcelle this season. Right. Because they have to have, you know, you have to make have to make somebody the bad guy at the end of the day. Right. Garcelle says what we all think, you know? And it's sad that she had to be the one like, oh, you know, I had to open up and I had to start crying. And, you know, Garcelle said she felt better after she cried. I think that was for TV. Like, because after she wiped her eyes and she was done crying, and she said, you know, they were like, oh, well, do you feel better now? She's like, yeah. I think she was lying. She just wanted to be done at that point. And Garcelle has said in the past that, you know, for her to come back to the show, she would like another Black woman to join the show. Did you hear Sonia Curry? Wait, they gonna add? No, I didn't hear about that. But that kind of brings me to my next point. Garcelle did say she would like, you know, another friend on the show or another Black woman on the show as well too. So with Garcelle saying that and her being the fan favorite, I definitely think that one of the, what are they called, the Fox 4-5 or whatever, one of them is leaving, you know, next season. We definitely see that. Like we can definitely see somebody is leaving next season. Garcelle is not new to LA, so I am not sure why she feels inferior to those to those B's. I was gonna say BS to the B's. Yeah. I get what you're saying. Hey, I ain't gonna say the B word because, you know, they already think I'm a sexist. Okay, Yvette Abby said that scene was fake. That's so fake. Okay. You agree with me too. But yeah, I definitely think that, you know, I don't think that Garcelle feels inferior. She feels like let me do this. I feel like she does feel like she can't be herself because she doesn't want to be put in the box of being a stereotype. But I think us as fans, we don't see her as a stereotype. So I think if she went off on them and she cussed them out, I think she would be in the right for cussing them out. You know, do you guys agree with me? I think she would be in the right for cussing them out. Do you think the editors have told the other ladies to come for Garcelle? Yes, I do feel that way because the whole scene, I guess what it was, remember there was that scene where Erika was mad at Garcelle for saying that Tom still calls her and stuff like that, right? Well, I guess the real story is that she was actually screaming at the producers, but they made her say, Garcelle was the one who brought that information, but it was really the producers that brought it out to the light. So I do think in a way they do. I don't think they necessarily say, hey, go after Garcelle, but they do put Garcelle in uncomfortable situations, like why can't, like they always, like they brought up back that boring chick, that Teddy chick, they brought that Teddy chick back, right? Why can't Garcelle bring a friend with her to these events and stuff like that? Why does Garcelle always got to ride solo dolo? Yes, I know Coviana was going on and stuff like that, and you probably got to get tested, but the other people be bringing their friends. Why can't Garcelle bring a friend with her? They don't want that heat. They don't want that. They don't want that heat, and they don't want that pressure. It's all a setup, Right, but she need to do it again, London girl. She need to cuss her out again. Allegedly, Natasha. We don't know that for a fact, but yeah. So let me ask you guys, would you guys like to see, I think I already asked y'all, but let me ask it again. Would you guys like to see someone else as a cast member on the show? Like, would you like them to recast the show? And I'm not saying replace all of them, but would you like a cast shakeup? I definitely think that it does need a cast shakeup. Last Gas and Gossip is saying, please bring Miss Curry. Now now if the divorce story is true, that she got her a new man and then he got somebody, I definitely think she would be entertaining for the show. Hopefully she would bring the drama if that is true. But she also got to live. I don't know if she lives in the LA area, because you don't have to live in. Oh yeah, I like Kathy. She's funny. Because necessarily you don't have to live in Beverly Hills. You just need to live somewhere in Southern California, obviously. But a lot of y'all would like a cast shakeup. Okay, I think them. But we need another woman of color. Yes, I do agree. Yes, they need a new victim for right. They need a new victim for the show. Yes, Eddie Murphy, ex-wife. Oh, Nicole Murphy. Nicole Murphy. I think that would be a good one, right? Oh, shout out to South Africa. See, AT2 is international. Thank you for joining. I appreciate that. I just hope Garcelle does not bring Lonnie. Yo, I don't hate Lonnie Love, but yeah, I don't think she would be a good fit for that show. No. Doreen lives in the Valley, supposedly, right? Yeah. I think they all live in the Valley. I don't think they actually live in Beverly Hills. Cynthia Bailey, yeah, that would be a good one. Since I think she's bi-coastal. I think that would be a good one since they kicked her off the other show. Okay, so I guess any black woman except Lonnie Love, as I'm understanding, or a woman of color. Portia, okay. I think Portia would definitely give them a run for their money. I definitely would give them a run for their money. All right, y'all. Like I said, this is not going to be a full review on the episode. This was just a review on like what I seen and what I wanted to talk about this morning. And we will do like a full breakdown of the Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion. So we will be back for that. But thank you guys for checking out the show. I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button, tap that like button. Remember, you can donate $1 to all that good stuff. Shout out to all my members. Thank you. We have been having so much fun. We will be doing an after show tomorrow after Do You Even Care? So make sure you guys set that reminder. I will be setting up the show later on tonight. But thank you guys. What's up, Kingsley? But we will be back today as well. The topics are going to be a little bit more serious, especially with these. What up, Marcella? Especially with these missing cases. We're going to have a more serious discussion a little bit later. And shout out to Mina for helping me with that too as well. I love you all. Hopefully you guys have a great day, and we'll be back for more fun. Love, peace, chicken grease, all that good stuff. I'm going to go ahead. I know I already played it, but I'm going to go ahead and finish out with your favorite song.
Monica, this is for you, baby. Miss Bojangles herself, allegedly. I know you're just an avatar, but baby, you fine as heck. Yeah, I know you're just an avatar, but baby girl, you wear it real well, Monica. You are the finest, yeah. Baby girl, they pressed to find ya, yeah. You might be a Grand Theft Auto character, yeah. Monica, avatar. But baby girl, you fine as heck. Yeah, I know you just an avatar. But baby girl, you wear it well, Monica. You are the finest, yeah. Baby girl, they pressed to find ya.